what do you guys think of if any time in the future we do have aliens or we ever interact with aliens, how do you think would be the best means to communicate with them? Like, obviously, Arrival is one of the movies that exists, but what do you think? Like, obviously, talking's not going to work. Like, how do you think we're going to kind of, come into the same?
I think Arrival is one of the most accurate depictions of how we could communicate.
How did she do it with the love, or like, I don't
No,
know.
no, not
He knows.
love.
No, he knows properly. The
Yes.
hands on to they say. He said.
So they
Oh.
first of all got the best translator and all of that. I think they should have gotten a few more people, physicists, mathematicians, all of that. But they got one astrophysicist and one translator to understand their language because they were communicating through that white thing, if you guys remember.
Yeah.
Smoke में. So first we need to understand the symbols and all of that. First of all,
Hmm.
पहले तो ये measures लेने पड़ेंगे कि safe है कि नहीं.
Hmm.
And movie में भी a lot of soldiers and people react by throwing bombs at them and all of that, and it creates havoc. But I think that's the more accurate thing because that's how people would react. If aliens come in, they might attack us at some
Because
point.
that's like the safety करना ही पड़ता ना खुद के लिए. But हाँ.
But I think first we will have to learn in what language are they communicating in. Why are they here? Is the main question.
Hmm.
And in Arrival, it's answered because future में you are going to help us do this because we are going to need your help and you are going to need our help. So वैसे communicate करते हैं. But yeah, I think Arrival
What is the ending? I don't. Sorry, but what is the ending of the movie?
spoilers, guys.
अबे 2011 की movie को spoil.
2016
क्या
की है,
वो? Sorry,
2016
sorry.
की है.
What is the ending?
So I'll have to explain the entire plot थोड़ा then. So फटाफट ये करता हूँ. Starting of the movie, you see glimpses of her daughter and stuff. Her daughter dying, and her having a happy childhood and then grieving. The next shot is of her teaching to a class of students. Then we see that there's some news of aliens arriving and these big spaceships, 7 or 9 or something, across the world, and people are worried and stuff. Then she government calls her because you are the best translator or whatever she is that we know. And we have this physicist also with us, that's Jeremy Rana. They communicate with it, try to get all the symbols. It takes a lot of time, but she starts having those dreams of the alien in her camp. And of course, she has, since we know that she starts having these visuals of a small child, her daughter, and stuff. And in the end, because they are they have to go back or something because people are not reacting well and people are thinking that they will harm them. In the end, they get her to specifically come to the inside their thing, and they communicate with her. She asks them, why am I seeing visuals of this girl that I don't even know? They reveal to her it's your daughter, and then she finds out that they perceive time differently and they give her all the data to communicate between them 3000 years from now, because they will need their help, humans ka help 3000 years mein. And that's why they are currently here to actually help them learn their language. And she is one of the most pivotal things in the future ka history.
Damn.
And then there's the quote that I love, that if you knew how your life was going to play out from now till the end, would you change something?
Ooh.
And she doesn't change because that's what matters. Because in some way we know all of how our lives are going to turn out.
Yeah.
But we still don't change things because it's all about the ceremony. It's about the things that मुझे पता है कि मैं लैपटॉप पे ऐसे करूँगा but it gives me some kind of feeling, and we are all really in pursuit of that.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful, man, honestly.
Perfect long clip right here.
Thanks for milking Rajveer.
Arrival is one of my favorite films.
What do you think of Dune 2? Like, because Dune 2 is also kind of related to this, and the ending, if you remember.
तो क्यों राजवीर से long clips निकलवा रहा है तू बेचारे से?
Content everywhere.
Movie content निकलवा रहा है बेचारे से.
Going to watch it for the 8th time in IMAX, guys.
I know, but I'm saying the space aspect of it. Like, do you think they portrayed it well and stuff?
Bro, I've read the book, Dune book.
No, yeah. Frank Howard.
So yeah, the movie just starts at 10,181 में, the Dune Part 1. In the book, it's like abhi se leke, the book was written in 1965 or something. 10,000 years बाद there's a war with AGI, and after that humans win, and humans are like, we forbid the creation of some machine in the likeness of the human mind. It's like उनके Bible में लिखा हुआ है ये. उस टाइम के बाइबल में एंड आफ्टर दैट देयर न्यू न्यूमेरिकल सिस्टम स्टार्ट सो इट्स 10 10 19191 AG they have instead of
Oh,
AD.
I never really understood that one. Okay, okay, okay.
They have AG, so it's after the general war or something.
Acha.
And after uske AI हुआ से since the universe doesn't have AI, then they have evolved into multiplanetary species, and every planet is owned by some house like GOT की तरह. And they are of course उनके बीच में politics है, some are second cousins or something. And of course I love there because they have guild navigators, and because since machines हम लोगों ने वैसे बनाना बंद कर दिया है, humans have evolved. So if we stop creating machines and tools, humans will evolve mentally, physically, and all of that. So there are like Bene Gesserit witches who help with that. There are space guild navigators. There's Tufir Hawat, I do Mentat, yes.
The
So
Mentat,
Mentat have this
yeah.
ability to calculate perform huge calculations just with 1 second में वो लोग करते हैं. So they have to calculate all of that, and they have the spice which is grown on Arrakis,
Melons, yeah.
especially.
Yeah.
So वो लोग लेके, it's basically sort of a drug, they snort it or something, and then they get the power to perform those calculations, and वो calculations करके they navigate from one planet to the other. I think it's brilliant. It's just so fascinating.
Do you think we are yet to discover our spice? Like, is there something out there that will kind of help us figure out how to solve interstellar travel, how to solve the alien phenomenon? Like, what do you think there might exist out there?
Even the voice thing, the voice concept, the concept of the voice, the which Paul has, and like the entire thing. Do you think, like, adding to the question, do you think that's possible?
Maybe, I don't know. 10,000 years from now, we are having a war with AGI.
Oh, if AGI
knows?
exists, just
It exists, guys.